Fam, what's up? Just did the 1,000 jumps. Now that I mentioned it, I forgot to post it on Instagram. Where's my phone? Oh, hell no. Anyways, I will do it after this session. You all helped me yesterday, and I had a lot of goals for today, and I actually did almost nothing because there are events that you can't see in the future, you can plan. And a good friend of mine came today. He's sleeping here today as well. And I'm not gonna lie, this is not the excuse because we did 1,000 jumps still. I was just working until 6 p.m. etc. Just the lazy excuses. So I didn't do the video that I planned to shoot today. But yeah, I got time to 7th September, Sunday, I guess. And nevertheless, I had a good day. I was working quite long today until 5:30 p.m. So that was something that took a long time from my day today. After that, I was so tired and hungry that I ate something. Then I was just talking to my parents because I needed forgot some important notes on my scripts for the videos. Without them, I need to recreate all the scripts. So I talked to them and let them search in my hometown for the important notes, and they found it. They sent it to me, so I have the scripts already on my phone. I just need to execute and shoot the shots, and that's something I will do in the next days. Today was actually a failure in that kind of manner, but like I said, we did the 1,000 jumps. We did doing now the session, so I'm still on track in that kind of matter. But yeah, like I said, there are always situations and I don't know the word. Situations and moments where you can't plan and where you need to decide either you stick to a plan or you get flexible. And yeah, this is life, and I try to manage it as good as I can. But you can always learn something new, and I did today as well. Because I was reflecting, I was talking to my brother who visited me today, who is visiting me, and we talked about the language we use because he said a sentence, and I was like just realizing how strong words are in reality actually, because our unconscious mind is taking part in the words that we speak. What I mean is, if you say something like, oh, this man, he doesn't deserve this car, or something like that, just as an example, um, it tells more about us as a person, as a character, as a human being, than it tells about the other person or the, yeah, the other person. But I acknowledge that, or I learned that I need to work on thinking about. I'm not envying. Maybe I'm envious. Sorry, not envying. Maybe I'm envious, but I don't think so. It's more like I saw some young women in BMW, and I was just judging them. Like, look how they're driving this car, because they were like, they didn't look secure, or like they looked unsecure with the car, and I was judging their behavior. I was not judging they don't deserve the car, but I was just judging on the stereotype that women can drive. And this even is telling me that I need to work on the fact that women can also achieve a lot. And I'm not denying that, because myself, I want a woman. I want a woman. Women is also good. No, I'm joking. I want a woman that is successful herself on my side. So I'm not denying this, but in my unconscious mind, it's still like the stereotype is still in my head, and I need to work on that as well. So basically, he said a sentence that I was talking about instruments and how I was listening to classical music, and my roommate came by, and I was listening to classical to piano music all day long. And in the morning he passed, and then he passed in the afternoon as well. And he stopped, looked at me in my room, and told me, "You okay?" I'm looking at him and I told him, "Oh, yes, of course. Why?" He said, "You listen all day long to this sad music," and I just needed a moment to think. And he talked about like I love classic and piano music. I really love that. It's, in my opinion, it's so beautiful. I was just not realizing that he meant like he was thinking about the classical and piano music as sad. I was just telling you, no, it's beautiful. This music is beautiful. I needed to laugh, because in my mind that was so funny. Just thinking about the different perspectives, because what I listen, what I hear in that music is all these hours of hard work, all these frustrations. Because I know if I'm learning a new piece on the piano, it takes time, it takes effort, and I'm getting annoyed because I need to repeat a part over and over again. So listening to people who play the piano like on a high level and really good, it's just I think about it as beautiful, because I hear and see all this hard work, all this frustrations, all this the failures, and they still kept going until they reached that level. So that's really passionate. I see it, and it's inspiring me to do the same, because I see how hard work is paying off. So I never would say, oh, a particular piece maybe is sad, but classical music in all is inspirational in my opinion, because, like I said, it takes so much work to really master a piece or an instrument at all. So that's why it really inspires me. Period. And he said, "Oh, I was thinking about people who play instruments as talented." And I was just listening to him, and that's what made me realize again how mighty, how powerful words are. Because he was not thinking about the sentence much. He was just telling it like, yeah, think about musicians at all, like people who are good at something. They're just talented. And I told him as well because this sentence made me a little bit angry somehow. In myself, I was like really furious because, bro, how can you not see the hard work, the frustrations, all this pain, all this angriness that is behind mastering this, or that stays behind mastering this piece, or this instrument, or this particular skill. It takes so much effort and so much dedication, so much doing something you don't even want, or you're not feeling good about, feeling motivated, and still do it, and you don't appreciate that. You just say, yeah, they're talented. And with that, I told him that in this sentence, because words are coming from yourself, so everything I speak is reflecting the person I am, like I said before, is telling me more about you than the facts you think you are telling. So if he tells me, oh nah, those people are just talented, I hear in the sentence, these people are just talented. I hear that you don't believe in hard work, that you see people who are doing well and just tell yourself, oh yeah, they're just doing well because they're talented. That makes you, I told him, that makes you not appreciate the hard work. That makes you not acknowledging that with this hard work, all these days, no days off, training daily, doing doing hours and hours of hard work, being frustrated, being in pain, being on the urge to give up and still continue, still get up again. All those things you don't see and you don't acknowledge. And that means if you are trying to do something, to go to the gym, to learn an instrument, to learn a skill, and you don't see results, or see, or you have the first hull, or I don't know if you say it like that, you're already giving up straight away because you think, I'm not talented, um, I can never succeed in something like that if I don't have a talent. That's all with this little sentence is, that's all that comes with it, because it's not just words, it's your inner subconscious mind that speaks, and your beliefs that comes with that. So if I'm saying, oh, those people are just talented, that's why they're so good at something, that's why they're experts, that means also I can never achieve that level if I'm not talented in that topic. Sorry. So that was a nice conversation with him, and I thought for myself that it's easy to see that in other people because I hear directly what he's telling me. And it's also easy to hear that from myself when I'm judging people, but it's not easy to see that secret little sentences that I'm just saying, telling you when I'm talking normal. So I would love to really see what kind of sentences I'm saying when I'm talking normal, and what kind of beliefs that I don't see are there. Was that one, brother? What kind of beliefs I have and I don't recognize. So yeah, I need to work on that as well. But it's funny how you learn something even in small in situations you don't think that you will learn something. Yes, so that was also a good learning today. And yeah, real real topic switch now is really random topic switch, not gonna lie. Is that yo he's crashing my video, not gonna lie. But real random topic switch is that I didn't ate properly today. I know that I start at 10 o'clock to work and I didn't took a breakfast. Then I was working, I didn't eat neither. And at 18 o'clock was my first meal. So that's something I need to work on, like really heavy, because you already know nutrition is all you need. It's the foundation of making progress and tracking nutrition as well. Tracking, has been a long time since I was tracking the last time. But yeah, that's something I really need to focus on again, is to eat properly and eat regular. Because, yeah, just ganz einfach make yourself comfy. My brother, oh, yeah, he's exposed. That's my brother. You saw him right there, like little naked. And he's sleeping for the first time on the floor, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you already know I'm sleeping on the floor as well. Bro, I hate people who use deodorant. Not gonna lie, this chemical shit, bro. It's not even healthy. They use nasty shit, and if you breathe it, you get asthma or something like that. I already have asthma, so I hate it even more. But it's okay. It's okay. I don't judge you. I don't judge you. But so yeah, it's the first time for me also to sleep with somebody on the floor. We have like one is for me, brother. You already know. One isomat is for me.
I know.
So we need to share that shit, bro.
Yeah,
You
but
can
we're
choose
not-
one because
We're not done. If you're done talking, then we can discuss.
yeah, we can discuss it later. So I've 2 minutes to talk still.
Yeah, go on.
So yeah, what can I talk about as well? I was learning another thing. I'm reading this book. That's a little secret tip is if you're on the way to work with the how do you say it? With the bus, with the tram or with the train, something like that. Just take the time and read. Not gonna lie. So I read about 10 minutes, and 10 minutes a day is already enough, more than enough, if you read properly. I thought about making a course or like a little coaching about reading properly, because you will laugh now because you underestimate what you can really do with reading. I myself took a course about it. I learned from a proper mentor, and it really changed the way I'm learning stuff from reading actually, because you can use reading as like a direct coaching with the person who wrote that book. But in order to do that, you need to use it as conversation, as if the author is talking to you. And during your reading sessions, you ask yourself specific questions so you can reflect it on your life straight away. That's why 10 minutes is more than enough, because think about you reading a book from Elon Musk. Having 10 minutes with Elon Musk in one room is worth more than millions, not gonna lie. He can tell you so much about yourself, about the steps you should take, etc. And that's with each author you choose, because you have one-on-one coaching straight away. the people who was the mentor, was the author wrote this book with his thoughts, with his learnings, and you can adapt them and reflect them straight away on yourself. But that's not topic for today. What I wanted to share is something. It's actually connection to the topic I was telling you before, with how strong words are, and that your subconscious mind is also part of your words, or is playing a role in what words and what sentences you speak. And there was I don't know if I find it straight away, but there was a part that is also, let me just see. First of all, a question that I wrote down is, do I compare myself to others, and what is my goal? That was something I needed to double check or to reflect on. Is, are the goals that I made for myself, are those really my goals, or did I just copy any person that is in my environment? Do I really want to be rich, like this crazy rich, having multiple cars, or is it enough to have 150K a year and be there, have time with my family? Just a really good 150K is already a really good life. And he said that he talked to somebody, and this man was also in the company, and he was comparing. Sorry, noise. He was comparing himself to his co-workers, and the co-workers were all like wanting to be millionaires and making a lot of money, and he was not happy with himself, and that was because he copied their goals. He thought that he needed to make millions as well in order to be happy. And the author talked to him, and he discussed, and he asked him also, what do you really want? What type of life do you want? And there was a sentence that he said. He answered, if I made 150,000 a year, I would live a very good life. I want to coach little league. I want to be there for all my kids, big moments, and to be honest, I want to be able to sleep in some days. Maybe I need to be honest that I'm not all that driven. So he had a goal to make millions before. He wasn't happy with it because he didn't was speaking, or he didn't was honest with himself. He just copied their goals and thought, yeah, I'm happy if I'm reaching 1 million. But because he copied their goals and it wasn't like his own goals, he was unhappy with it. And if he were honest in the beginning from him, he would recognize that 150,000 is enough, and he doesn't even want this life with millions and millions of dollars. What he wanted is a small family, having time and for his family and kids, and maybe having free some days and just sleep. So if he would focus on that, like from the beginning, he would be much happier. And so that's something I had to reflect as well, because in my thoughts, I was thinking about, I want to have a big personal brand. I want to be rich as well, having enough money to build schools, etc. And I needed to double check on them. Are they really my goals, or did I just copy a coach or somebody that I saw in the internet? So that was a quite good reflection, good moment, good learning to double check my goals and really think about if the goals are really resonating with me, and are they really what I want, and not just a copy of somebody else's goals. And then there was something else, but I can't find it right now. And we already are much over 20 minutes, so I'm gonna leave you. See you tomorrow. Much love. Hopefully you're blessed and stay blessed. I'm going to sleep now. Talking with my brother a little bit, and yeah, much love. See you tomorrow. Peace.